All right. Offense. Here we go. First play of the game. You're just going, okay, there's opportunities. And this is what I'm talking about. First play, this is a gimme. All right. And so you see, like, okay, Jordan, you got a little bit of the shakes here. This is an easy one. You got a great block from Wicks. I'll just say it. Everyone said it. The job that they did on the edges from a blocking standpoint was fantastic. I think they got, you obviously motivated playing against the Niners and, those, the way those guys block. I think for one, for two, like it took some huge cojones to drop that game plan. Basically, just saying, we know that their defensive ends don't care about anything but getting upfield. So we're going to go ahead. They're going to get in that huge racehorse, long 3-point stance, and we're going to down block you. And we're going to make it work. And we're going to make sure Aaron Jones gets around. But big chance here. I mean, he's got a ton of real estate, man. First play of the game could have been a 20-yarder. That's how it goes. Aaron Jones, absolute workhorse. So you see here, we make an initial mistake on who we're supposed to block. And you got guys going outside. You got to fan this out, block the alley player instead of double teaming the backer. But Aaron makes it work, makes a guy miss, makes a guy slip and fall. And then he slow man fat falls for like 7 yards. And you just to go like, this is gonna be one of those days. And see, we don't miss these blocks, but we don't get either of these blocks. Both those guys, not with whatever you want to call it, but like Aaron, this is a does not matter play with Aaron Jones, and he's just playing at a different speed. It's really phenomenal. You look here, hard. That's Kinlaw, huge stagger stance. Really, really. I show that because like you're really coming off the ball downhill, and I thought this was a phenomenal job right here with that stagger, knowing that he's rocking inside of Myers. Just doing a great job of setting the table there, moving him off the spot. You take that huge stance. That's a little tell that I'm sure they picked up in tape. You make a call, and all of a sudden you're in the proper footwork. And it's all about, they turn that into a big fan there. That's really Myers is the point of attack. It's a phenomenal job. Now we got Dontavian Wicks. I'm talking about it. Look, he just gets in the way. He barely misses Zach Tom here, but he's 5 yards deep, man. And what I'm saying that for is like, good for you for blocking it. And we can all say great job and everything. But the only people that have an idea what I'm talking about are running backs right now. Do you have any idea how hard it is to make the turn that Aaron Jones has in wet grass right now? Like, you have any idea how hard that turn is at full speed? Like, that is so ridiculous. What you got to love about this young quarterback, he's taking his shot. So what happens here? They go from a 2 high, okay? And then they back up to the side of the single. So they go down to a bunch trip slick on the right. Like the off safety goes up, and then at the snap, he comes down, and they try to switch safeties. Now, they make a mistake, and we got guys open all over the field. But what you love is Jordan Love's like, dude, I'm giving my guy a chance, okay? I saw that safety drop into the hole. He's going to try to rob the middle. Chance, we get the I think we got the PI on this one. Now, this is something you talk about areas of opportunity. I'll show you a couple plays in a row here where we just got to get a little bit cleaner with our routes. So Dobbs is going to run the shake here at the top, and he just is a little bit squirrely with this, and they're just sitting on this route, right there. It's just can't explode out of his break, so he's a little bit slow. Pass break up in the end zone. That's not a Jordan Love throw. That's just you need a little bit better route. We followed up with Christian Watson. And I just quite frankly don't know if this is where, we had a guy, Corey Bradford. I'm not going to compare the two, but when Corey showed up, dude, he was so fast, and it kind of turned in his career, he kind of became a one-trick pony because I was like, you're going to send him on these routes. And I don't know that he ever became the receiver that maybe he could have been from a talent standpoint, because it was always like, oh, he's the fast guy. We're going to put him on the go route. Like, we're going to put him we'd put him in with Kevin Barry. And if they doubled him, or if they put a single high, or they went 8 in the box, we just throw it to Corey and say, one on one, you're going to get a penalty, you'll catch the ball. Christian's just not a great route runner yet. I mean, and maybe he is for some routes, but like he doesn't have a route tree. And this route here, when you're fast, be fast. You don't need to slow fast. When you're fast, be fast, and you don't need to dip or do it. The guy's already got outside leverage. You're not chasing his leverage because he's too far away. Like he's not interested in your little outstep. We just need you to go fast. And they're sitting on that. And the only way you beat it is you beat it with speed. And so anything that slows you down hurts you. Now they get a PI on this, but he gets a PI because he read his mail. All right. So we just got to keep working on improving our route discipline. We've been running this route where you end up with a sail 7, and he's usually running it all the way down to the hash. He's the outside guy, so they just run it outside of the top of the numbers. Again, the Niners had some real issues with footwork, with their cleats. I don't like seeing that running out of bounds, man. Amon Green's rolling over right now, and really upset about that. I love this play. I don't think this is a physical sport, and I don't know if he got poked in the eye or whatnot, but he took the worst of that shot. And there's a couple plays in this game where Tucker made looked like he wasn't 100% after a couple of these hits. Now, Christian, what I like about this one is it's not obvious because he has his left foot up. He hasn't changed his stance. You see, like Chase Young has no idea what's going on. Just no clue. Great run by Jones. Great job. Great block by Watson. Now they run the over the top motion. And by running the over the top motion, go back here. So they're in a 2x2. They bring the guy over the top, and that brings Greenlaw, who I have circled on the right red circle, has to check him. And we're passing off the crossing route at the top. You see where they're shouting to pass this off, but you can't pass it off to Greenlaw because he sees the orbit. And so there's this huge spot. It's such a great play design. At the snap of the ball, bringing the guy all the way around the backside of the quarterback into the flat that way really creates that issue for the play side linebacker. Phenomenal play design. Play speed's just different with this guy. I mean, Bosa's never has a chance to get him. Look at the violence. Look at the violence. This is what I'm kind of talking about with 63 and Bosa here. Look at the violence these guys are trying to play with. And it's just violent. This is a nice violent sport. 20 gets beat outside. Doesn't get knocked down. God, he's such a high level player. God, I wish we could wrap him in my still next season. By time for deep developers. This is what Jordan, though we talked about this as far as whether they were going to spy, like how you have to deal with him. And the plan was not to spy him. The plan was to get pressure on. He just does a great job here of escaping, really throwing from an awkward platform, a great ball. I'll show this one more time. So 2 things here. 1, great pickup by Rasheed Walker trying to just sitting on the bull. And then 2, the back taking up Fred Warner. And look, that's a bad angle. But like look at Rasheed Walker on Bosa here on the inside move. Just flatten him down. So big time. And then we got the pickup and just gives him space. Really, Rasheed Walker makes that play, though, with that great flat pickup of Bosa. Now we got the under center play action. And for me, so this is a great job of getting rid of the ball and the check down to Tucker Kraft. For me, you watch the next couple of plays, though, and like Tucker didn't look the same. And It's just like hammer, meet, nail, man, like Fred Warner. Nope. I mean, you don't see a guy that's as big as that tight end get hit and just crumble. Like he got hit. So now we got Chase Young out here. And again, I love this play because a lot of teams, we saw this actually with the Lions game later. They were just, I couldn't get over how good Penei Sewell was at doing this. I think this is a pretty standard play in the National Football League now, but you got to love it. You just take the defensive end out of it completely. But down here, you're looking at this like, I don't know where Tucker's going. He just runs right by him. And the angle, like just the way that you're taught to do that, nothing seems right about that play. It makes you wonder and hope that, obviously everything's good. This is the best call in football now. And this kind of sucks. Like he's definitely a PI, one. But it kind of sucks because it almost is turned into this, and you just wonder what the DB's thinking here. But you're good for once a game chucking the ball downfield and getting a call. It's almost written into the script now, I think, like the first 15. Like chuck it down. And Bo Melton does such a good job. Like, he wins. He's in position, deserves the call. Just makes you wonder, especially with the shell defense that they were playing there. So you got to love this play. So this play showed up against Baltimore 3 weeks prior. This play was open, but Lamar threw it to Odell Beckham on the hitch. And two guys, they had trips out there. Two guys released, and both were, wide open. And they just blew it. You see, because they're such an aggressive team, they want to rally and make that tackle. And you see the safety. You take advantage of the aggression. The safety slips here, but like everybody can just do vector math here. Like one guy's going full speed towards the end zone. The other guy's running the wrong direction. Like we're making this play regardless. Great play call, great throw and catch, great job of getting your feet in. Like you love when you see something on tape and you're like, earmark that. It didn't work for that team, but it's going to work for our team. Earmarked it, called it, perfect situation, great aggression. One for the good guys. Got a 2x2 go motion out here. And this is just, I thought this was phenomenal timing. What I mean by that is Jordan's holding on to this ball and he wants this linebacker, Fred Warner, to sit on the curl, that little stick on the 15. He needs to feel that. He needs to feel like you're going to get the ball there. He wins with his eyes and just throws it right behind him, right? And just in this little pocket. It's really critical that you see this too from a wide receiver standpoint. The wide receiver has to come back to the ball here. If the wide receiver stays flat, keeps drifting, pick, knockout shot, like hospital ball, right? He comes back to the ball. Because of that, cleanly makes the play at the 5. And then honestly, this is a ridiculously difficult throw. And so everybody knows you can pick on the line of scrimmage. So he can stand there without getting a call. But look at that angle that Jordan's got to put this ball on Tucker Kraft. I mean, that is a really, really tough throw. I know he says that, Mike, it was a 2-yard throw. Yeah, dude, that is a tough throw. There's an outstretched arm there. Ugh. Phenomenal. You love this play. So Warner, the way that they line up, you're in man. And then you got this bunch look out here. So basically you can run a triple slant and run your running back out to the edge because you already know you're in man. There's no way Fred Warner's getting around all that. As fast as he is, there's just no way. It's fantastic. This is the part of the game. Now you're getting into the later half. Close score. It's raining outside. Niners fans are going nuts. Stay calm. Stay calm. You got time. You leave. You got your shoulder pads turned to the line of scrimmage. Everything good here. Don't throw the ball to the other side. And if you do, throw it to the guy in the 50 because he's open. Right? These are those plays where you just go, when you start going, oh, what about? There's enough of what of these too. Just this is the way the game is played. This is great. So they're late on rotation here. Talk about Aaron Jones' long run. And the Niners, we talked about it before. They love to disguise and switch coverages. They love to rock safeties. They love to go from two high to one high. They love to go. We showed earlier where he took the shot where they showed two, they backed up, and then they rotated down and tried to play just a cover three with a lurk in the middle, or cover one with a lurk in the middle. And what did they do? They threw the go route. Well, now they try to rotate safeties down, and he's late. He's late to his alley. So now you got a full head of steam. Aaron Jones, great blocks. Dontayvion Wicks right here gets absolutely railroaded by Chase Young, but that's part of the job, baby. And you did a great job getting in that guy's way enough that he runs right by Aaron. And now 31 cannot make this play. I mean, he's just launched. He had to launch. Because when you get the running back going down, shoulder pad square to the line of scrimmage, that alley tackle, it's just like you're going to see with McCaffrey. Like, it's not easy, guys. Christian Watson's running, and get there. Okay. Now, great run. By the way, see Josh Myers all the way down there running up. Now, listen, I appreciate football. This guy's ridiculous. So we showed this play last week against the Dallas Cowboys, and they don't block the linebacker. You remember it's 33 for those who watch. Here, the same thing. They're going to push to 2. They're going to push to 54. They're going to leave 57 alone. Why? Because there's no way he should be able to make this play. He's going to make the play. I mean, that's fast. And that's Aaron Jones. That's Aaron Jones' play speed. That's fast. We got trips down at the bottom, empty set, 3x2. Now, the one thing on this pick, I thought, as I watched this again, is like, why is Christian Watson running over there on a scramble drill? If you're going away, you come back. If you're going short, you go deep, you go deep, you go short. If you're going away, you come back. If you're going back, you go away. Come back. This is one of those, I think he come back. Not that it's his fault at all. Just something to think about next time when you guys are watching tape. Tough play. Tough play. 1. He should be a running back. 2.